If you ever find yourself wandering through Highland Lawn Cemetery in Terre Haute, Indiana, and you happen to hear a dog barking from inside a mausoleum, girl, don't go looking, because that's not a living pup. That's Stiffy Green, the most loyal and most haunted bulldog in Indiana history. Now, Stiffy Green, he wasn't just your average ghost dog. Back in the early 1900s, he belonged to a sweet old man named John, and everybody in town loved John, and they loved his bulldog even more. Stiffy got his name from his stiff little walk and his weirdly bright green eyes, which, okay, may have been cute in the daylight, but imagine those eyes glowing at you in the dark. When John passed away in 1920, poor Stiffy was heartbroken. He refused to ever leave his owner's mausoleum, and he just sat there guarding the tomb day after day until one morning they found him there, passed away. But here's where it gets really wild. The townspeople loved Stiffy so much that they raised money to have him stuffed, and they placed him inside John's tomb so that he could keep watch forever. Sweet, right? Except it didn't stay sweet for very long. Soon after, the cemetery's caretaker began hearing barking from inside the mausoleum, and people swore that they could hear it too. That and the faint smell of John's pipe drifting through the cemetery. And if you visit at night, some say that you can still see the ghost of Stiffy Green pacing the grounds, eyes glowing an eerie shade of green. But don't pack up your sage just yet, because Highland Lawn's got another haunted VIP. Meet Martin Sheets, a businessman from the early 1900s with one very specific fear: being buried alive. This man was so terrified of waking up 6 feet under that he had a custom casket made with latches on the inside. Like, I guess I'm just gonna try to Houdini my way out of here someday. And that's not even the weirdest part. He also had a telephone installed inside his mausoleum. You know, for emergencies. Because apparently AT&T had a direct line to the afterlife back then. When Martin died, everything was normal. But he'd prepaid for that phone line to stay active for years. Fast forward to the day his wife passes away. They find her in her home, dead from a stroke. But here's the creepy part. She was clutching the phone in her hand. When they placed her in the mausoleum beside her husband, the phone inside the locked tomb had been knocked off the hook. Now tell me, did Martin finally get to make that call? Or did his wife pick up something the rest of us couldn't hear? So what do you think, spooky besties? Is Highland Lawn Cemetery just full of overactive imaginations? Or are these ghosts still making phantom phone calls and guarding graves? Don't ghost me, boo. Drop your theories in the comments. I'm dying to know what you think.